finals regular.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about players who would be likely to send Fire Icy to losers, or more accurately, capable of sending Fire Icy to losers, because this man is so consistent, right? You know, meanwhile, players like Bosshog, like Hukon, are players of that caliber, of that strength, right? And now, you know, we're seeing players like Bleb really come into form, but you know, speaking of which, Hukon very much on point, very much playing exactly as needed. The Arcane still terrifying as ever.
Yeah, Hukon is just so fun to watch, especially when he gets this high up in bracket. His Arcane is masterful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving the Arcane coming through. Last time around, we saw a little bit of the Hukon Maple, but, you know, this time, we're just going to be seeing the Arcane out in full force. And you can see just how evil the machinations are in this man's mind, as this Arcane just feels surgical to play against.
Yeah,
oh, baby.
A very nice fast stock. Bosshog just throwing out that down strong. Truly, he is crack-pilled. Text off the rock, and Hukon is staying alive. What? I mean, parrying, no matter what, is a good thing to do. It's just sometimes it's a weird interaction.
Yeah, I mean, Bosshog literally just kind of stood there, teabagged a bit, and was waiting for that down tilt, and immediately, you know, as we were saying, right, waiting for the down tilt, waiting for the recovery, you know, playing very reactive with the Crag.
Yeah, there really wasn't much Hukon could have done in that situation. Regardless, he was going to be taking a strong directly to the face.
Yeah, meanwhile, Hukon gonna be able to, once again, give Bosshog a ton of percent while taking barely anything in return. 8% and counting on the Arcane. Meanwhile, 132% on Crag is so unbelievably close to kill percent, but Bosshog now the one in control.
Yeah, of course, and as you just said, he is in control, nearly taking Hukon off the side blast zone, but knowing if he tried to recover directly, he would die, he upbeat and returned the favor.
Yeah, and right here you can see Hukon in a little bit of trouble. 130 and counting. Bosshog looking to make sure that there's no chance Hukon gets to come back. It's just going to be the classic forward air recovery coverage and the down strong on the upbeat.
That is very difficult to recover as Arcane in a position like that. Minimal resources, funnel really close to edge. There is not much you can do, especially against Crag. Regardless, he is taking Bosshog off the side blast of it, trying to close this out.
I mean, the Crag, once again, sitting at triple-digit percentages, but we've seen this from Bosshog, you know, able to get to those high percentages and stay there, as Hukon just needs to find a way how to seal out this stock. You can see the bubble edge guards coming in full force. The rock in hand makes things difficult for Bosshog. No pillar on deck. Beautiful stuff from Hukon. Just clean, classic book plays from the Arcane to take the Crag off the side.
Yeah, destroying the pillar was a genius play on Hukon's side, making sure Bosshog couldn't land on it and regain jump. Regardless, we're on Tower of Heaven now. This could go either way for this character matchup.
Yeah, I mean, this is a character matchup as old as time, you know, Arcane versus Crag. We've seen time and time again, whether it be, you know, Hukon Transco, Hukon Bosshog, right? You know, Hukon's been around for absolutely forever. But, you know, this matchup, this stage, you know, these two players fighting toe-to-toe for what feels like forever, as they're just trading percent, trading blow for blow.
It's very easy to fall into a game plan like that on a stage like this. I mean, no matter what, there is always a higher platform nearby, so it's always about moving around and just baiting out any chance you can get.
And right now we can see the bubbles coming into play once again. Beautiful parry from Boss Hog, able to sneak back on stage. And once again, triple digits for the both of them. But with this little off-stage space, you're not going to be seeing quite as many rinse and repeats from Boss Hog. Instead, you're probably going to be seeing straight death from the Crag here.
Yeah, of course. And a very nice parry that is returned with one of Hukon's own down strongs. Now, something I do want to point out is how masterful Boss Hog is at parrying the offstage neutral beast from Hukon. He has only landed a single puddle on Boss Hog's pillars in this set.
Yeah, I mean, it might have only been a single one, but that single droplet was actually so unbelievably important because that led to the end of the last game. But, you know, ending that stock, Boss Hog is in control this time. This is a very different story from how the first game went.
Yeah, of course. And seeing it as how that game ended, it shows just how important it is to always be on the defensive against a player like Hukon, as he has already gotten Boss Hog to triple-digit % again, and it's not looking very good.
Yeah, and late down strong hit going to work out just fine. Turning around with a Rock Shine. You can see Boss Hog starting to cook a little bit, but the parry on the down B, you know, seems like man cooked a little bit too hard, but Hukon going to survive a little bit longer. Now the roles are reversed. The Orcane at triple-digit %, the Crag at low % on last stock. How does Hukon try to make that comeback? Boss Hog, on the other hand, just throwing out the strongs, hitting Hukon with the down strong in neutral. I mean, if the Orcane Classic works, why can't you just take it and make it your own?
I mean, it's a classic for both these characters. Obviously, down strong more for Orcane, only strong for Crag, but there's a reason it's a classic. It just works sometimes. If it ain't broke, do not fix it.
Yeah, but right here, you know, Hukon and Boss Hog just going to continue to go toe-to-toe, and oh my god, like, the way how these matches have been going, right? One player gets the advantage and just stays there for what feels like forever. Boss Hog, right now, almost triple digits, in so much trouble. I don't think he landed on stage. I'm a liar.
Actually, this is not looking good for Boss Hog right now. And that back air is going to very easily do it. Hukon only taking 13% so far.
Yeah, but right here you can see Boss Hog just once again trying to regain control of the neutral, but these bubbles are doing so much work for Hukon.
Yeah, as we have clearly seen this set, Hukon really knows how to place his puddles, really knows how to time his down Bs.
Yeah, but, you know, that droplet parry, once again, doing huge amounts of work for Boss Hog. Another beautiful parry into F-Strong. Going to make the Crag do as much work as possible. The side B might not have been the intended input there, but still going to be able to survive, still going to be able to, you know, sneak back onto stage, able to get all the resources back. Rock throw, my beloved, going to be the #1 tool Boss Hog uses to try to regain neutral control.
But it's already looking like Hukon is about to take back that advantage, getting Boss Hog back off stage. Same pillar, so he is able to up B once more. Misses a wide swing with that up strong. And the
up air from Boss Hog, going to be able to even out the stock count, but at triple digits, you know, this is so difficult. Like, you know, this has happened on a repeat between these two, just trading the control of every single one of these games. But Boss Hog right now looking to make things difficult for Hukon.
Despite how similarly these matches play out, play for play, it is never easy to guess how it will go. Sure, they keep trading advantage, but it's all about how long each of these players can hold on to said advantage.
And you can see here, one parry from Hukon might lead into a huge amount of damage. Off stage against Orcane is never a place you want to find yourself here. At 99%, Hukon more than happy to trade for damage here. With 93% on the Crag, might as well skip the assignment. So much extra credit.
This is looking very dangerous for Boss Hog because Hukon's still just losing his second stock back to 0%, and
Ooh.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're that strong.
Oh no, Puddle Down Strong seems kind of broke, if you ask me. But, you know, you could see that Boss Hog was definitely holding inwards towards the rock. Unfortunately for him, you know, just slightly off to the side, which meant that it just gave him a directly vertical angle. But, you know, Hukon now in the lead, now in control, and Boss Hog gonna try to replicate what happened in game number 2, where, you know, it's like, yes, I did spend an entire game, you know, down a stock, but now as long as I can get control early on, I can be the one to spend the game up a stock. You know, Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox. It's my turn to play Rivals of Aether here. But right now, Hukon still looking to trade blow for blow. We're not gonna get that return.
Yeah, very, very quickly trading advantage here. A lot less time in the spotlight than in the last few games, as it's just blow for blow. But regardless, they are both to dangerous percent, but Hukon with a very good up air takes that first stock.
Yeah, I mean, right here, Boss Hog needs to find a way how to take this stock off of Hukon. I mean, this stage has much lower blast zones than a lot of the rest here. So Upstrong not quite going to be able to do it, but you can see that he's already searching.
Yeah, it is very easy for a Crag in this scenario to just connect most things into a Upstrong, especially on those platforms. But still, Hukon 125% first stock and Boss Hog on his last. Things are very, very much looking Hukon-sided right now.
Yeah, the Orcane has a lot of control, still has a lot of opportunities to trade for damage here. Down tilt off of the parry to start things off. Boss Hog in a lot of trouble here. And they get down air, no pillar and no stock. Hukon with a 3-1 over Boss Hog in a dominating fashion here.
Yeah, this is the first time in forever that I have seen a non-Fire Icy Boss Hog finals, with exception to a few outliers with, say, Drip and Olive Oil, I believe. But
yeah. And now, not only is it not a Boss Hog Fire Icy Finals, it is guaranteed that either one or the other of Boss Hog and Fire Icy cannot make the final, right? You know, those two in losers just feels like an absolute crime. But, you know, Hukon and Bleb making the crazy, crazy runs here means that we're going to have a super volatile top 8. Meanwhile, in losers side, you know, Lucy and Nilsmag versus Yam and Retro. You know, you got so many names that we know and love.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Yam versus Retro. It's brilliant seeing Retro this high up once again, and the fact that it's starting off with a Hukon Ditto just is going to make it even better when we get to that set.
So now the question is, right? So I've said for many, many, many moons that Retro is easily the worst named Rivals player, like the least aptly named Rivals player, because man always has something new to show. Named Retro, I don't know. But, you know, some